Now, more recently, I've noticed that some speaker bureaus are becoming speaker coaches, okay? And that's fair enough because the pandemic has put a huge spanner in the works for agencies. But blow me down, the speaker bureau model is inbound in nature. It's a marketing strategy where many people look through hundreds of keynote speakers to make a choice, or where a corporate company has a relationship with an account manager who also has a relationship with a bunch of regularly booked speakers that are safe for them, that they know if they send this speaker to the client, they'll get the client back next year. Now, they're basically playing judge, jury, and executioner based on factors which are not conducive to your bloody business. Now, if they can trust you, if they can't trust you, they can't book you. Now, it reminds me of which came first, the chicken or the egg. So how do you get into that space? Well, it's tough, and it's fair enough because they need to look after their business. There will always be a place for speaker bureaus, and I have many friends who either work or own a speaker bureau. I'm not condemning them. I'm rather pointing out that their model is not conducive to running a sustainable business for yourself. So just be a little bit careful about who you're getting your advice from in terms of how to run your speaker business. Be very careful. Now, if marketing is a medium where we use to attract many people, much like a bureau, because there's little outbound action at most speaker bureaus. Perhaps this has changed since the pandemic. Perhaps their exclusives received outbound sales efforts, I'm not sure. But regardless, it's an outbound sales model. It's an inbound sales model, and it doesn't service all listed speakers equally, and that is a fact. Because what happens is someone will call up and say, I'm looking for a speaker of such and such. Now, if you're listed on there and you haven't been booked before, but you're the right person, well, the fact is that, you're probably not going to get the work. And that's what I mean by it's not a level playing field for everybody listed on their websites. Now, I'm sorry if I've offended anyone in that part of the industry, but I get really passionate about this. My whole focus is saving your fucking business, not worrying about what bureau owners think of me. I have great respect for these people for what they do, but if we all go broke going down that route, what's the use? They play an important role in our industry, such as providing large corporates with a one-stop shop for supplier contracts. With larger companies, it takes a few months to set supplier contracts up, and they don't want a supplier contract with every speaker they hire. It makes sense for them to go to a bureau, but it's not a lock, stock, and barrel hard, fast rule. If you're good enough, large companies will book you directly, and they will take the time to put you on their preferred supplier list. Now, as I was saying, if marketing is a medium we use to attract many people and go out to thousands of people, then sales is a medium that we do the one-on-one dance with. Now, if there are many salespeople, we can do many sales. If there is one person, we can only do one sale at a time. And I want you to understand the difference between sales and marketing. Why? Because that is where your focus needs to be in 2001 on LinkedIn, putting in place a consistent strategy to create conversations which lead us to a sale. Right, so if we get the messaging right and if we get our target audience right on LinkedIn, particularly with Sales Navigator, then we hit the mark every time and we create conversations. Conversations lead to building rapport leads to higher level conversations lead to bookings. It's as simple as that.